Hey, friends, what's up? It's your buddy Keith, and we're here with producer, engineer extraordinaire, Mr. James Curtis Thomas.
Hello.
James says hi. Yes, and James, you've brought us a really cool piece of vintage gear in the studio today. Tell us what you found, my man.
Well, I found an early or late 50s Coles 4038.
Now, for those of you, because not everybody here is a microphone nerd, but for those of you that are familiar with the Coles mic, these are one of the most famous microphones that have been used. They're virtually unchanged since 1953 when the design came out. And if you look at the bottom of this one, you can actually see they were designed for the BBC to be a more affordable, I guess, case, but have better response and be a workhorse for
That make,
broadcast and recording
yeah, that makes a
studios.
speech.
Yeah.
Originally. Yeah,
Okay.
nobody ever put them on drums originally.
Television broadcast, I think,
Yeah,
is what it was.
that's
Yeah.
what I read. And yeah, I mean, from what they said, they haven't changed.
Who made him famous?
I'd say Glyn Johns.
Glyn Johnston, and he used them with
drum,
what?
the famous sort of drum miking technique.
Overheads.
Overhead, the Glyn Johns technique.
And that's for Led Zeppelin, The
Led
Who.
Zeppelin, The Who.
Wow, man.
But they're also incredible. They also use tons on brass. Great on brass.
Orchestra stuff.
Absolutely great. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a microphone and a very high standard one, but on brass. A lot of people like them because they, especially if you couple it with, say, a Neve or something, they sound great. And then, yeah, they roll off the high end a little bit and they've got maybe a bit of an extended, people say warm, low end boost or whatnot. But on drums, we use them. We use two of these on the
Yes.
drum kit.
These are new modern ones.
Yeah, just thought it'd be good.
They have a funny name, actually. When you look at it, they call them the waffle iron.
Oops, no, that's the magnet.
Oh, yeah. Super strong magnets in them. Now, another thing, you mentioned brass. Look at this casing on the original. So the original is brass. And what we did see online is there were some early models that had like a black textured finish.
That's right.
But apparently the ones that were specifically made for the BBC had this beautiful brass, kind of bronzy
Pops.
finish. It really pops. It looks gorgeous. And for something that's almost 70 years old,
That's insane.
60, 70 years old, I mean, very minimal wear. You've got, a little bit around the screws there, but
Yeah, I
like the
think where
actual
people would be moving
casing
it, yeah,
is like, I mean, the case itself is like flawless, man.
it's brilliant.
No dents or anything that I can see. And then this almost looks like that Soyuz bomblet,
It does,
doesn't
very much
it?
so. Yeah, the body
Kinda,
there.
what a
Yeah,
cool finish. And
kinda
like
cool.
all the ones I've seen with the, was it 300 ohms?
Yep.
All the ones I've seen like that, that's like super worn, barely legible, looks like it's coming off. That pops. And then the STC logo, we wanted to mention that. STC, do you remember what it stands for?
Standard
Telephone
telephone
and cables.
cables. Standard
Yes,
telephone and cables.
from 1883, London-based company that ended up supplying parts to the American Bell Telephone Company. I think they said in 1925,
Yeah.
and they're the ones that originally got the contract to make these mics for the BBC. They said, what was it? The Type A was the standard broadcast, but they said it's too expensive. This
Yeah.
Type A,
So this was like the cheaper version, yeah.
but it ended up being the better
It's become
version.
the staple, and I don't know if many people know this, but obviously it's a figure of eight microphone,
Figure of 8.
and if you turn them around, they're brighter.
Oh, I did not know that. Then again, I'm not a recording engineer.
Don't need a EQ. Just do that.
Oh, just do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, fantastic microphone. I can't wait to.
I've seen you use them for vocals
I've
once
used
in
them
a
for
while.
vocal. Yeah, I've used them. Obviously, I've used them on pretty much everything. You've got to be careful with the SPL levels because they're being a ribbon, they're very sensitive, but they're absolutely incredible.
Watch those magnets.
Those magnets are insane. But yeah, I can't wait to put this on something and see how it sounds, or even
It looks incredible. Watch the magnets.
like that. Yeah.
We have we'll have it go Stranger Things here, and all your computer's gonna go out of whack.
Yeah. I love it. Absolutely beautiful.
So I think anybody who sees these and has recognized these, like open up any picture of a recording studio, you're gonna see them over drums. But for vocals, give me an example of like a time where you found it really suited. Is it male, female, deep voice, bright voice? What like when do you apply it?
I found when I was doing some more soulful vocals and something where you want to get some less bright, maybe more vintage or
Okay.
what have you. And also when somebody's quite nasally, I remember I whacked it up and every time I put a condenser in front of him, it was just way too bright, and I put one of these up and it just kind of rolled off all the peaks.
And which direction did you put it? Do you remember?
I put it this way.
This way.
Yeah,
Okay.
and from what I hear, like ribbons are meant to react more like the human eardrum.
Okay.
So, again, it smooths off those transients. So with a condenser microphone, if you was interestingly, who's the guy who did the Michael Jackson recordings? Just passed away.
Oh, the guy just passed away. I can't remember his name.
Anyway, he was talking about he was recording some glass, some bells for one of the tracks.
Okay.
And he put the condensers up,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just way too bright, and way too transient. So he decided, hey, let's use ribbon mics, and that's what he did. And what it did was it just smoothed off the transients, and then it just made it easier on the ear. And anyway, that's what made the record. So
Wicked.
yeah, absolutely incredible. Great microphones.
Yeah. Absolutely awesome. Again, this is the vintage one. Check out that patina. The also, I mean, it's wild how they say that the design really hasn't changed. As far as the dimensions and everything,
That's like almost.
it's crazy how similar they are. Now this has a very textured, I don't know what you would call it, if it's coated with like a little plastic or something, but definitely has a textured black finish. It's completely different for this. Major vibes on that one. You got the Coles logo here, and then you've got the STC logo there. Now, from everything I've read, we haven't plugged this one in yet, but from everything I've seen on the forums and everything else, they're like, the response is virtually identical, that the specs haven't changed over all these years.
Apparently not.
So really cool. Can't wait to plug this bad boy in. And guys, if you want to buy this, we do gear sales to help turn the lights on and, feed the babies. These devil horn signs don't turn themselves on by themselves. So we appreciate the support. If you do want to buy it, it's for sale on reverb.com. Go to our store or on EssexRecordingStudios.com. And, yeah, you'll see it. If you have any questions, hit us up on the socials. It's at Essex Recording Studios. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that jazz. Hit us up. And, we forgot to show inside here. I don't know. Let's see if you can see. Oh, we can see quite perfectly there, actually. There's what appears to be your serial number, 472. So it looks like this is one of the first 500 ever made. Can't find production numbers. You can see the model number there too, 4038. The pre-Coles STC production numbers just don't exist. So we know the first one was made in 1952, 53. So you just have to do the math and use your best guess to estimate what year it is. I'm thinking late 50s.
Late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah.
Definitely about there. Oh, and by the way, it was Bruce Swedine. I don't know how I forgot that.
Oh,
Bruce
man.
Swedine, and yeah, he's got...
They were almost going to take your producer's stripes away.
I know, but I watched an awesome, I think it's about 40 minutes, and he talks about the whole, like, his methodology, and he talks about how much he is in love with ribbon microphones. And I forget which record it was on, but he talks for a good 5 or 10 minutes about why he uses ribbon mics on those instruments. So
you had another one you were using. Was it Royer? Did you have another ribbon mic that we were using?
Yeah, we've got the Royer. That's awesome.
Royer. There you go.
On the guitars.
But this is the one you really go to and use the most.
Yeah, they've got a lot of character to them.
I mean, they're used on virtually every session.
Yeah, all the time.
Awesome. Cool, guys. Well, if you want to have some bragging rights and get one that's properly from the UK, properly British like James, then you got to get the STC. Cool. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us. We got to go. We got lots of beautiful music to make. Check out on, what releases do we have lately, sir?
King of the Dead.
King of the Dead on Spotify,
That's
Control.
exciting.
They just got playlisted on the Planet Rock playlist on Spotify today. Very cool. We've got Mr. J Busy.
J Busy.
Yep, he had some of these used on the drums, I think, in the last session.
Yeah.
What else do we have going on?
We've had Livs.
Liv. Oh, yes. Liv Lawrence. Wonderful 19-year-old country singer here. Yes, they do have country music in the UK. But check them all out, guys. And stay tuned on the website. We're going to get a little blog up to to keep you better posted on all of our new releases and what we have going on. But until next time, I say sayonara, hasta la bye-bye. Say goodbye, James.
Bye-bye.